I'm re-energized, but also re-stabilized after what was a hard-fought loss there yesterday. And people might say, it wasn't hard-fought. There was no fighting in it. There was a lot of you waiting around, not doing anything. And that's boring stuff. And, for all intents and purposes, it is. It is. But I can't help it. I'm addicted to surviving. Even though I don't survive in the games, every day I get killed. But it's the thrill of the chase. The possibility. I just need to get some less bright clothes because having a red tracksuit on is not conducive to staying alive. So I did a little bit of scavenging in Cherners before this. I need a backpack as well. And I've got some mackerel and some pumpkins. Lovely stuff. And that's more shotgun slugs. And that buckshot, I mean. Because yesterday I had the rifle slug and I hit your man in the arm. And that wasn't going to take him down. And also, I learned a lesson about crouching. I shouldn't be doing too much of this crouching. Because I crouched. And that meant that when your man was getting the punches into me, he was getting the digs into my head, that I couldn't move. I was locked in position. It might have looked like I was cowering and I was too afraid to fight back, but I couldn't move. Yeah, I need a backpack and a better jacket to hold more stuff. What are you ever on one of these yokes? Thank you very much there, Bodega Jones. We'll just see how we get on. There's so much fish in my backpack it'd make you sick. Do I need that for anything? Not sure. There's a little scout around here. I've got one rifle bullet as well. I wonder, do I have any more ammunition for that? 7.62.399. Maybe there was 7.62 back in that other house. We got the fish and the chip and the chip and the fish. So much fish, yes, here we go. That it makes you sick. That there. No, it's not. It's the wrong caliber. Hang on. 7.62.399. 7.62.399. So how come that's not combining? Are the rounds damaged? They're damaged. Does that matter? Combine. Maybe it's a single. It's only single. Okay. That's good. That's fine. That's fine.
Thanks for the tip.
We'll keep old Samuel Shotgun Esquire as our primary. And we'll wait by a water pump. Maybe if we've got a bit of distance, old Ricky Rifle, Richard Roma, can make an appearance. Thank you very much, Wante, for the tip. Maybe I could do a change into a black shirt. Crop hiking pants. I know there's a water pump nearby. That's fine. I think if we just keep the survival instinct at heart and enjoy it, enjoy the relaxing nature of surviving instead of wanting to really become the grizzly killer. Straight out the box. The out of the box experience, as they say. Maybe I can see a pump from here.
Thanks for the tip.
Or is that? Thank you very much there, Notion, for the tip. Maybe there's a good spot, actually. There might be a good spot. Just a bit dodgy crossing the path over here. That zombie's getting aggravated, but why? Is it because someone else is around? I reckon we just get to a nice spot here. Don't worry too much about picking up any stuff. That's the door I came in. Fuck. What? Get it into you, Cynthia. Tony Zombie. Okay, now we can... Ooh, look at this. Where's the pump? Oh, perfect. Perfect. That's our house. That's our house there. We get into that, and then it's water pump time. Thank you very much there. I eat your beans. I eat your bean shake. I bean it up. Sorry, there's a little bit of excitement with the onset. Oh, lovely stab vest as well. Right, let's get ourselves sorted right over there. Just quick look for scout around for any more rounds. Take those rubber slugs, just in case. This is our stakeout operation here. Hopefully there's nobody inside. Now I'd love to be able to have that flashbang and a bit of wire. I thought about this when I was going to sleep last night. I was thinking, how can I make myself as safe as possible in a little house in? Somebody told me you can make a tripwire bomb. And
a nice bit of past.
Thank you very much, lads, for the tips, Conrad. And thank you very much, Giller. Very kind, yeah. And look at that. That's our situation. Right there. And we've plenty of food. There's a bit of liquidity in that. I could do with a bottle, but I don't have it. But as soon as someone comes along, then it's boom. Right there. Right there. It'll be over before they know it. The fuck did I do there? I see it. I wonder, is it better to have hold the right click button down to aim the whole time? Because when I do that, it's just one click and it stays in it. But it might be better to have holding it down. Because it's just another thing you have to click to go out of it. That's going to be lovely. Thank you very much there, Giller and Tim Reedy. Thank you very much. Relax and soak up your survival experience on the recently destroyed golf course, as locals fold you into their annual fox hunt at the Heritage. Tell Wendy she's a class act. You're a class act, Wendy. You need a more long-range weapon, says Junglist. Well, do I? Because this is where I got someone the last day with the exact same rifle. If anything, you'd want to take the helmet off so no one sees you. And maybe take the jacket off. But then you lose all your stuff. So I'm thinking, keep the shotgun on here for anyone who comes into the house. And then switch it up to number 1. And this is where we want to be, right here, look. Thinking, put that in 2, put that in 3. Do you think all the red will give you away? I do, and that's the problem you see there, Flynn. Because it's eye-catching stuff. This is a stakeout right now. I'm very glad that it spawned me into this town, because I did a bit of foraging in Cherno before this. And it seems to be a harder place to do business. The zombies seem a little bit harder as well to face. I've the instant cream play button ready to rock as well on this one. We just test it out here and see if it works.
More developments on the water pump killer right now. You're witnessing footage taken.
How's it going, guys? That's great to know. Channel admin Connor Williams here. I did a bit of stuff there for the replay, the action replay for the upcoming kill. Hopefully it works out, Tom. Hopefully it works out. Thanks very much there, Connor. How are you keeping yourself? Not too bad, yeah, not too bad. Look, there's a lot going on at the moment. I'm just actually out at the moment, so I can't see the stream, but hope you get someone. We've got a lovely little instant replay scenario coming up for the water pump killer. Just giving the game away, but fuck it. Hopefully we get to use it, and hopefully it doesn't go tits up like last night. Thanks very much, Connor. It's great to have the channel communications and strategy advisor and admin on hand, on task to help out with the situation. The situation is thus. Just give me one moment there so I can check that out and make sure that's not fucked up. Studio mode there, and then go into your replays. Game stream replay. Take that off. Okay, yeah, okay. And then go back out. And then into here. It's a fucking cold, miserable, wet, shitty old night. It's not nice, but we're gonna get some lunch soon enough. Lunch at around 8:15. And just test that replay again. See if it's working. It's not nice. We're gonna get some lunch soon enough. Lunch at around 8:15. And just test that replay again. See if it's working. Okay, I think the replay is working. It's just such a shame that the fucking news report came on, but fuck it. We've got a few. We'll hopefully we'll get to use it. It's just a shame if we get killed. And all day yesterday, well, 4 hours in the game, 5 hours, and I didn't get a chance to use it, you know. So you're saying to me it was the standing, it was the crouching that did the damage yesterday. It's not gonna happen today. I think fuck it, I'm just gonna keep the rifle out the whole time instead of the shotgun. It's a nice caliber. Keep away from the windows. Night time is great for it. When they arrive in the night, it's harder for them to see you. On one of these jobs. Scott, thank you very much. Question for the chat from Scott and me. Anyone confident in using the open source firewall called IP Fire, as I have a college project due and I'm struggling? I'm not sure. I've never heard of it, Scott. I've never heard of an IP firewall, open source firewall, but maybe somebody in the chat might know about that stuff. Sometimes there are people who know that technical stuff, you know. I'm all about just waiting around for the kill myself. I'm not really sure about firewalls. Maybe here's best for me. Limited view opportunity for them if I'm out in the little porch there. Then it offers more eyesight, visual eyeline to any upcoming lads. They really don't expect it from this house. they might do their due diligence in that little bearing beside the pump over there, but this is usually something they forget about. And what about this here, look? Just don't be crouched.
What are you ever on one of these yokes?
The Brian Pumper, thank you very much. Zagorian parents would one day tell their children that the water pump man would get them if they were disobedient. So 1 is rifle, 2 is shotgun. The rain has stopped now, which is going to hamper our spirits. Tell you, I'm confident. I'm very confident with this double barrel buckshot. It's not going to be like yesterday. There's going to be wide spread on it. It's going to be like a sandwich spread. Death sandwich. Yeah, I'd like to have a grenade and tripwire for the back door. Just so that I could wait here and not have to worry about anyone coming. Now we can hear everything. I could be waiting a while, John. I could be waiting a while, but that's what I'm at. And I think that, you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea, and
nice
I think it's actually some people might be getting a bit annoyed with this. So I apologize for the lack of any variation on what I'm doing here, but at the same time, I need to do it. I have to do it. Thank you very much there, B. Devi. And Svetlana, thank you very much. I'm going to have a little bit of pumpkin, which I'll have to carve up. It's known as the waiting game. And if we're lucky, we get someone who has some gear on them as well. We could be here all night. We could actually be here and not see anything. So it is just what it is at the moment.
What are you ever on one of these yokes?
Willem the friend, thank you very much. But I hope you're having a nice evening anyways, and a great Tuesday. Be an awful shame if the red tracksuit gave the game away.
What are you ever on one of these yokes?
Schlugwaff, thank you very much. I'm too scared to go into the options to change the setting of the aim. In case something happens. Tommy, there is plastic explosives on this you could set beside the well. Well, I'll need to have a look into that. I just haven't had any time today, and then the only time I get to play it, I want to be able to be online to play it, to do a stream for it. Because I'm looking to prove a point. Do you know? So I don't have time to be playing it. I got a little bit of time there just to scavenge and forage.
Were you ever on one of these yokes?
Before coming on, so I could save a bit of time once I got on and get straight to the pump. Thank you very much there, B. Devi. Tell that lad about the IP servers. Chat GPT will have him sorted in no time. I hope you're still listening there. Firewall man. Basically, I'd say this is our best spot for lack of visual regarding them seeing us. Me crawling around by the windows is going to spook them. I'm best here, and
nice
then
bit of pest on
when
the
it happens, over to here. Like that. It's as easy as that. Look how it's the perfect shot. It's actually too perfect. John Joe, thank you very much. Tommy, how do you feel about people going as yourself for Halloween? Fair play to them. If they can find... Look, if they want to go in search of that costume, that's not easy to come by. That's a unique look that I have and possess. You can buy the clothes, lads, but can you wear it? Can you style it? Have you dedicated the time as well to cultivate the moustache? And also, I'm not talking about a fake one, and also the capping. That's not, you can't come back by that pretty easily. It's not something you just buy down the shops. It's very rare. It's a rarity. But I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest with you. Mixed emotions, considering it's Halloween and people generally dress as scary cunts for that. Do you know, the creepy clown, the ghost, the werewolf, the grizzly bear, the mummy, Wednesday.
Thanks for the tip.
Wednesday Addams from the Addams family, or the devil. Do you know? So I didn't ever think I'd be a part of that select crew, to be honest. So it's concerning. But then again, it's only concerning insofar as you think about it yourself. Do you know, if you can distract yourself from any of that, the questioning of it, of whether or not it's a good thing, by becoming a water pump killer, then you won't worry about it too much. And I suppose, unfortunately, that's probably behind a lot of the killers that you get, especially out in the States where they have legal guns and all that sort of stuff. Maybe the killing crack, what they're at, is probably a distraction from, thoughts, innermost thoughts and whatnot. So in a ways, this is a long-winded stakeout situation. that we're at, where it's a mission. What you're getting is a slice of reality. And also, we're coming into a sort of introspective tunnel during it. So you are, defeats the purpose of the object, is what I was saying, to distract yourself from your innermost thoughts. But then when you're becoming at one with the schneip, with the water pump, you might not have anything else to do other than think. It's a reflection of society. Horses under starlight, thank you very much. And Stevie. Thank you very much, Stevie. So I'm actually doing myself a disservice by continually walking out there into that porch. Should just keep it here anyways. That's all I had to do is just stay here. You have to wonder what direction they come as well. Whether or not to be fully out here for the pump, or just stay here. But if they come from left or right, you're at a loss. So you probably want to stay with the pump in sight. Once they get to the pump, they'll probably look around in the window. I have a cup of tea here. I'm going to take a little bit of that. It's lovely. Please be careful in the dark. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, lads. We are who we are. I can't apologize for wanting to pursue a dream. I can't apologize for wanting to pursue a dream. I'm just a man. I'm just a man. With a couple of bullets, a spring in his step, and a slice of hope cake. That's all I am. I can't say any more than that. I'm tearing the arse out of it. What's it been? 6 days of DayZ surviving. I need to have something to sing about before I throw it away and not play it ever again. There is no winning in the game. There's only surviving and living. But I count the hunt as a win. I'm just going to turn the light off because I left the fucking light off in here and it's taken away from my concentration. Basically, you can look at this sort of stream here, what's happening. I thought about it as, look, it's not going to fucking be a barnstormer. Okay, if you're looking for something with a bit of a variation in it, then it's not happening. I'm up front with you. But right now, I'm on the edge of my seat. Because it could happen at any time. And as you saw yesterday, once it happens, it's very quick. I just need to not be crouched down like this. Obviously, a different kind of stream will emerge at some stage in the not too distant future. And I think Connor, who is our channel communications director, strategic supervisor, and administrator might have something more to tell us about that. Connor, are you still there?
How's it going, guys? Yeah, look, just finished a filet mignon steak. It's funny you're at a steakhout yourself, Tom, but I'm actually at a steakhouse. It's Ivan Yates's new intergalactic steak station, which is situated 3 miles just below the Earth's atmosphere ring. You need to take a Bezos-style shuttle pod to get here, but I can get internet reception thanks very much to Starlink. And I hear you, buddy, I hear you. And look, there's a zombie, watch out. We can hear the calls, we hear the screams of people saying, please do something different, change it up a bit, maybe even just go outside, leave the house. And we hear you, and we're processing your thoughts and words day and night. And look, I've put the schedule in. I'm getting onto the other lads to do something as well, but at the moment, I heard a gunshot there in the distance, Tom, so you want to keep sketch. At the moment, I'm just hoping you get something here at this water pump. It looks very, very tense indeed.
Yep, thanks very much there, Connor, and all the best with the steak house as I continue my steak out here, down by the water pump. It's fantastic stuff. We're here again, another night at it. Another night, another dream, another chance to take control of someone's soul and sell it for an open goal. Some might say it's an open goal right here. Some might say it's an open goal right here. I tell you something. I had one yesterday. Scored a fucking own goal. Giuseppe came in and rapped me around the head with his fists. Took a fucking rifle shot to the arm. He still had enough power in his fucking arms to lay siege upon my head. And it looks like I was cowering in fear. That wasn't fear, that was a stunlock. That was a stunlock. Stun-blocked. Block, sock, and clock. And I tell you, be awful fucking... he wouldn't be half as lively if I'd have... what's it freezing here? He wouldn't have been half as lively if I'd have had a pool ball and a sock. Just keep the ears open here, because we could... I'm moving along this parquet floor here. That's causing a little bit of soundage.
Are you ever on one of these yokes?
Tommy Schlug, Modern Love, thank you very much. Oh, fuck! No! No! Not like this! Who the fuck did that? Who left the gas on? Connor!
Get away quick! Fast! The gas is coming, Tom. Don't know who fucking did that, but we're putting out all the feelers as we speak to find out who did that, and we're gonna take control of their soul and absolutely demolish them. Scumbags. Watch out. There's zombies around, Tom.
We need to move fast. Get the hatchet out. Bury the hatchet. Need to wrap the bandage up. That has put paid to our plan. And I don't like this being out in the open. I don't like any situation where a player can potentially get me and see me. And I left my hockey mask in the fucking shed. Look we'll use the opportunity to try and find some better clothes than this red tracksuit, because it's a fucking giveaway.
Would I ever on one of these yokes?
Hobie, thank you very much for the tip. And Tommy Schlagmar Love and Horses under Starlight. Just getting settled there. I was getting awful settled. I was there for the night. Did well to get out of it anyway. I thought I was in the epicenter. It sounded like, hey, good fucking job I was inside their house when it went off, because if I was outside there would have been shrapnel in the face. I would have been a goner. Awful lucky when you think about it. Awful lucky. Christ. That's the shirt, but I need a jacket. Could do a black
Would I ever on one of these
tracksuit
yokes?
jacket or a black padded jacket or something. Clone name Gipso, thank you very much. And Tupo, thank you very much. Thanks for the tip. What finally brought yourself and Connor together? Well, he's just doing the work. As I said, he's communications director at the channel, and also thanks for the tip. Admin for Francis Higgins' YouTube channel. I haven't seen the nephew in a few weeks now. I hope he's okay. He's gone to ground. But I liaise with Connor regarding, when I'm allowed on, he lets me on. He's setting the pace, and if he says it's okay to continue playing this, oh, look what we have here. It's not all doom and gloom. If he says it's okay, then we'll continue. We'll keep doing this. And I'll go over to that house there, and that's where I'll stay. That's where I'll stay. I actually preferred the first person view, but I'm using the third person a lot, just because it's handier to see around corners and whatnot. Some might call it cheating. I call it all in the game. It's all in the rules of the game. Now, if we can see out those windows, we're laughing, but I don't think we can. We can't. What's this? I already have it. Let's take the round out of it. Don't let them have anything. Where did the other one go? Does it disappear? The other gun, does that disappear? Because it's gone now. There's a tomato. Oh, it's beside the table. Okay, good stuff. Wonder where we should be based for this. BK12. Thank you very much there. How's the new plumbing job going? Thank you very much. It's going very well, thank you. It's going very well. Badly damaged brisket spread. Would that be safe? Would I get stomach upset from that? See, I'm out in the open here. I need to be somewhere else. This is not good. Can I be in that house and downstairs? A nice bit of pasta made for you. Only safe when Tommy drinks. Thank you very much. The only thing that's different is the amount of the food. You can't be downstairs here. You can only be upstairs. This is the piano house, Tommy. Okay. Can I see the pump from down here? You cannot. Tommy, will you be using the leave me alone defense tonight? I will not. It's all out. There isn't even any chatting necessary for this, what I'm about to throw at them. I just don't feel good here. It's not a great stakeout position. Maybe we stay in the forest. Can you crawl under a car? That was a zombie in the distance. What do I do there? I mean, will I go look for better camouflage? What's with the usernames? Stinks to high heaven of bots. It isn't. It's just change, I think, certain channels. now have it's to stop impersonators. So it's your unique channel identifier @ symbol. Nobody else has that other than you. Whereas the nameplates from before, anybody could come in with that, but I haven't changed anything. That's just a YouTube situation. Someone was saying the other day that it's if you're streaming and you've a certain amount of subscribers, then it's going to default to that. Now this is great, but it's again the red tracksuit.
Thanks for the tip.
Christian Irwin, thank you very much. I think we might get lucky, you know, lads. We just keep it like this here. This is a dense bush. And then I'll kneel for the hit like this. It's not the shotgun, it's the rifle this time. Have a sip of water there. Finish the tea first. I could go look for some better clothes, but it could be... I might miss the kill then, you know. Do many people come through this area? I don't know. It's like yesterday was a ghost town. And then one came along after about an hour of waiting. So if you've just joined us, this is a stakeout. And it is what it is, lads. We are who we are. This is how we play. This is how we play. But I tell you, the result from yesterday is not going to be repeated. I've two more of those. Let's check that. We have to reload after every time with this rifle, but I've got buckshot in the shotgun. So if he's still alive after I take the shot, then I'll rush in with the shotgun. There'd be grounds just to rush into him with the shotgun from the off. Maybe soften him up with this shot though. Maybe the hockey mask is a giveaway. It's a bit better. The red tracksuit is. Would you notice that? Would you spot that though? Do you know when you're rushing around? I take the pants off and the jacket off here, but it would be awful chilly waiting in a bush with no trousers on or a jacket. There's not one person on the server stew pot. When I came in, it was full. It was a full house. I've noticed that they usually drop off after about 10 or 11 p.m. So, we've got another hour or two at least of this. I'm gonna just check, make sure, see what we've got here in the server. You just have to be patient. You have to be patient. Zombie camo would be good for campers. You can't take the zombies' clothes, which is an awful shame. One sec here, I checked what the IP is of this frame, of the server. It's 195. 0.19 8 59. It's a full house. It's a full house. But look, they could be spawning in any other part of the map, but sure, if I spawned into this part, surely someone's gonna spawn as well. I wonder would they spawn players near here, even though there's gas close by. I can hear some zombies making noise over there, so that could mean we've got company. There's a zombie over there moving. I wonder what the health implications are. Someone's saying health implications of waiting in a bush like this. Will I get hypothermia? Doesn't seem to be doing anything adverse to my temperature. I think the midgies will be out of the question. I'm not sure midgie mechanics have been implemented into the game system, the gameplay system. I'd be a lot happier if there was a bit more density to this bush. But it is what it is. We can't quibble at this stage. Oh, drinking all night. Okay, high heartbeat. high heartbeat, nothing serious, but you will have a high heartbeat if you're in the zone like this and you're staking out a sandwich, getting ready to attack. There's the pump there, just in the top right-hand corner. You can see it. There's a jar of disinfectant there as well. I don't have any cans on me. I won't be on the cans during a mission like this, you know. You need to be fully aware and ready to pounce. There's a lot to be said for the chirping of the crickets, though. It's very relaxing. Could you drop a little bit of loot up ahead as bait? I'm not sure, really. I mean, I could. I did that yesterday, but your man didn't even stop at the water pump. He went into he checked the houses first. I think what'll happen is they'll check the houses first and then go to the pump. That's usually the protocol. I wouldn't want to drop any more loot around here, just in case they came near the bush and seen me lying down. I've got plenty of mackerel and plenty of pumpkin, which has the water in it. Bit of brisket and enough bullets. I might go and look in a house for a better jacket.
What do you have on one of these yokes?
Factor in Shady, thank you very much, and Christian Irwin. Thank you very much. The call of the night owl. Put a fire down in here, maybe. Get a little bit of tinder going. Did you hear anything about Storm Melissa hitting Jamaica? A storm named Melissa. I haven't, but I hope everyone in Jamaica is okay. What am I doing? I'm getting the wrong stuff here. I need to get my bark. Sounds like an awful bit of business.
What do you ever on one of these yokes?
Anything to be said for another mass, thank you very much.
Thanks for the tip.
Thank you very much there, the other Jeff. Very kind, yep.
Thanks for the tip.
Daisy kicking off stateside, thank you very much. Just hope that they don't come from behind us here. I think that's decent enough coverage though where I am now. You'd want a balaclava, like you'd want all black. And our fire is going strong there in the distance. Hopefully that brings someone here as well. Just go and have a look for a bit of green over here. It's Livonia, G-Man. Fuck. The other fella, the Gearman Samlet that I have is all camoed. But it's too much to use. Just yet. If I get killed on this, I might consider using him. Out in here. Oh my God. I think this is it. I think this is it. Because then if they do come over to me, I'll just take this out. Yeah, it's ideal. Serious spot, but I'm getting itchy feet now. I think it might be better to head to a different town. But you know what? What'll happen then? That's the same crack that was happening yesterday, whereby it's all about the patience. It's all about the patience. You need the patience of the saint, of patience, and the temperament of a monk. But then when the time comes, you'd need to have the snarl of a lion and the foot of the fox. The cunning, the slap, and there's a shot. 2 shots, not too far from town. A third shot, not too far from town. The water pump, and another one. A nice bit of pasta made for you. Kiki Stockhammer, thank you very much. You need to have the ears of the eagle and the eyes of a mole. The calm of the crow. The placidity of Placido Dominguez, one of the 3 tenors. The snout of a truffle pig. The legs of a storm. And the water pump in the next town over is gassed. So anybody who needs a drink is going to come to this one. Maybe I'll stay with the shotgun and then switch to rifle when time comes. The resolve of the rattlesnake. The grace of a pint. The wiles of a tree frog. The slip of the deer. The slither of the snake. The price of the food. The whisper of the hog, the creepy clown, the feel of a fiver, the gift of the gab, the bluster of Bocelli, the armpits of a Sasquatch, the lips of the eel, the arse of a duck, the skin of the apple, the heart of the shark, the mind of the postman, the pump of the vodka, the frozen fruit, the resolve of a Danbar, the brown envelope of Bertie, the tenacity of an ass, the head of a coin, the arse of a badger, the gander of the goose. You'd want to have the lies of the minister, the knees of a welder, the sip of the tea, the caliber of a calf, the slime of a slug, the grace of a gowl, the pull of a vape, the the shlick of the whip, the guile of a gerbil, the knees of a postman, the lick of a stamp, the rush of the shah, the gooch of a champion, the luck of the drawers, the gumption of a goal. I said that. The worm in a million, the wing of a cow, the spine of a goose, the fruit of the fly, the wrists of the welder, the tenacity of the Taliban, the crease of the carrier bag, the kick of a donkey, the slurp of a pikeman, the dew of the da, the crust of the pie, the man in the shed, the head of a pint, the drink of the pump, the grapes of the vineyard, the pipe of a piper, the smell of the navel, the yolk of the egg, the moo of the cow, the touch of a priest, the slap of a da, the top of the pop, the wind in the willow, the crux of the position, the David of the burn, the change of the bust, the neck of the giraffe, the clip of the toenail, the plop of the ice, the slap of the snake, leave me alone, the cream of the screamer, the juice of the fruit, the peel of the potato, the rust of the balloon nut, the juxt of the position, the stink of a roll-up, the flim of the flam, the shin of a fane, the card of a student, the light in a child's eye, the whip of the chip, the Chicago of the bullock, the stink of the shunk, the John of the Giles, the slap of the sausage, the cuff of the shirt, the hash of the joint, the lateness of the hour, Black Tom, the turn of the crow, the turn of the screw, the pop of the corn, the skin of the banana, the knee of the donkey, the state of the gaff, the weed of the blunt, the foot of a roll-up, the creepy clown, the perception of a postman. There's been a lot of postmen. The postman always delivers the beans in the pudding, the cold of the chan, the blister of the toe, the flint of the stone, the teeth of a zombie, the tile of the floor, the riff of the raft, the cribble of the cree, tenacity of a sock, bounce of the bomb, the leg of an arse, the bag of the cans, the paradise, Tom, paradise, the cheek of the chaz, the zig of the zag, the cat of the pat, the bleak of the tortoise, slime of the sack, the brap of the arse, the stand of the proud, the price of the food, the devil, the simp of the sun, the day of the Z, the raisin of the Garibaldi. I can hear something rustling. It's just the wind in the willows. The steam of the slug, the eternal word, the new gate of beans, the nails of a werewolf, the callum of the brody, the flip of the flap. The Benson of the bone, the tears in the chat, the bad of the badger, the big of the mac, the return of the bottle, the gaze of the shoe, the spoil of the vote, the jam of a toe, the tip of the knob, the track of the soot, the fan of the thorn, the big of the mac, the cream of the streamers, the fiddler on the roof, the son that you got, the joys of life, the fart of the two of the pack, the death of the author, the knife on the shape, the head of the turtle, the crack of the whip, the dutch of the gold, the fat of the land, the flick of the clatter of the spoon, the legend of Zelda, the splash of the bog, the stock of the hammer, the silence of the hill, the hound of the coo, the back of the sack, the cat in the hat, the fingers of the witch. What you make about that? The lips of a horse, the shoe of the lace, the arse full of farts, the shine of the knob, the crack of the arse. There's a lot of arse and knob, lads. We need to vary it here. The silence of the chaffee, the skid of the mark, the width of the salt, the flare of the gene. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, I said. He left me alone. The chronicle of the computer. The touch of the cloth, the stash of the bandit, the son of Fontaine, the son of Fontaine. The son of Fontaine, I told you, the son of Fontaine, the pat of the Kenny, the pat of the sack, Backsack and crack, the dingle of berry, the neck of your man, the left on your own. The moose on the loose. The walls of Jericho. Christ compels you. The slug of the bus. The 5th of November. 32 of the fat. The pump of the water. Congratulations, you've got a son. The pot of the pint. The water of the coconut. The brap of the flap. The war of the mind. Connor.
How's it going, guys? The bookies are closed. The drip of the donkey. The pension with Zurich. The windy shepherd. The tip of the top. The weight of society. Who are you wearing? You hammered your poem. Clean your room. The price of the stock. The drip of the dip. The yield of the bond. The time of the drive. The foam of the cough. The laboo of the boo. The slip of the slop. The memes of our dreams. The bean of the crop. Your father is dead. The 6 of the clock. The onions and the burger. The mark that's going too fast. The grip of the wheel. The touch of the steel. The crust of the bread. The tea of the virus, the yin of the yang, the splat of the cat, the foot of the eiger, the Polish coal, the nuggets, Colombian coal, the AVC, the city of the bikes, the loss of the shoes, the N of the Zeb, the dot of IE, the Nürburgring, the gold trove. Back to you, Tom. Nobody move, please.
The Hamilton of the Lewis, the scream of the beans, the victory, the stand of the pipe, the Christ on the night, Johnny of the Citra, the cruise of the Tom, the crack that was had, the best of the best, the thrill of the ride, the pleas of the schwees, the font of Fontaine, the limerick of our youth, the ring of the elder, the jewet of the cocks, the pop of the cocoa, the pop of the cocoa, the pop of the cocoa, the egg of the pudding, the shoe of the whore, the lure of the squirrel, the smell of the want, the flick of the kettle, the people we miss, the people who have gone, the people we dream about, the people who are wrong, the man of Bagugu, the waft of the gooch, the knot of the rope, the time we had hope, the pope of the dope, the hoop on your nan, the handball of the frog, and the glare on your man, the water of the coconut, the talk of the town, the teeth of the hen. Have you seen her around? You'd hear her uptown. Night after night, the smell of success keeps her alight. The Lamb of the God, the Angel of the Lanes.
One of these jokes.
Lord Jucas, thanks for the tips, and Cardinal O'Flanagan. The Runaway of the Gimp. The Battle of Shite, the A of the Eye, the Jim of the Gavin. One for the eye. Smitty up the town, thanks for the tip.
Thanks for the
The
tip.
Blumenthal of Heston, your man's looking hip. The Tom and the Bus, the Podge and the Raj. Nothing but net. What rhymes with Raj? Other than Podge. The man that was Dodge. The back of the net, the crow of the town. The schlap of the arse. The nut that was brown. The Dahi O'Shea, the Todge Splodge and Dodge. The quiet of man and the crux of the ducks. The bend of the 10 and the pluck of the string. The fart in the lift. Can't smell a thing. The 9 of the 4 and the Game of the Thrones. The Plaza of Obama. And those in big homes. The frown of the clown. The 6 of the 7. The cheese of the chip. Tonight we might be in heaven. The pull of the pint. The whiff of the box. The king of the town. The crusty pair of socks. The lady that sighed and the day of the sea. The back of beyond. You know me. You know me. The pizza you dreamed of. The time of the cruisers. The crunch of the crisp. Let's hear it for the losers. What about the winners? They're always on top. The losers stay praying. Hoping for a drop of slap. The start of the pint. The doctor of Dre. The feathers we hope for every single day. The language we speak and the feel of the wheel. The hurricane of Melissa. She looks like the real deal. Why, the sound of the flies. What does it mean? It's somebody around me. What's that about? I'm scared. Am I getting flies on me?
A nice bit of pest on
Does that happen if you camp? It's because you haven't moved, okay? Thank you very much there, Smitty, Gilstat Schlug, George Lucas, Lord Dukas, Cardinal Flanagan, Black Tom, Schmidty. I wonder, should we kick on to another town? Will those flies still be in that? I'm happy with that little box in that we were in. Will the flies have gone away? You're saying to go to the airbase there, JK, but if I go there, I think it's fully gassed. So you're telling me if I just do a bit of this every few moments, I won't have flies on me? I don't think it was because it's a dead body, because I didn't even hear a dead body or anybody die. So I think it was just because I hadn't moved. I'm happy to keep poetry going. Poetry corner while we're waiting here. Even though it's been done. But it still would leave behind a litany. Do you know, like a long lock of words which could be drawn upon and used in the future. We need a new rhyming scheme. I think fuck it. We move to another town. We just got to we'll give this rain. We'll wait till the rain goes and then we'll head. I think think I just heard something there. Might have been raindrops on the cabin beside me. Have you got the jump scare button hooked up? I don't have a jump scare button. I don't need a button for that. I get fucking scared enough as it is. Eden the ears, thank you very much for the tip there. Lady in red. Tracksuit. Waiting for the kill. Cheek to cheek. A keen camper named Slug by the pump he would patiently snug. He'd stalk foes with glee, crying, "Come drink with me," then surprise them with a slug in the mug. Sorry there, Jay, if I murdered the delivery of that. It's just, I didn't know how to approach it. We'll just wait for this, and I'm going to check my Livonia map here to see what town we do head to then. Still a full server anyway, which is a shame because, you know, the moment we're going to leave here, someone will be through.
One of these yokes.
The pumpkin-headed man, thank you very much. And Anonymous. A nice bit of pasta made for you. Thank you very much, Anonymous, there. Now, I'm not sure what town that is that I'm in. Whether it's Brina or Glenishka. I think we're in Glenishka. No, I'm wrong. You're in Lukov. Are you sure about that? Oh, you're right. You're correct. So we could head west to military and try and get some camouflage. Or we wait for our moment to pounce here. Lukov. Actually, I'm outside Lukov. I'm in the town outside of Lukov. I'm just outside Lukov. I'm not in a town outside it. But I head west. If I head straight west,
bit of pasta made for you.
straight west. Heard a bit of luggage there. Thank you very much there, Leo McManus.
Were you ever on one of these yokes?
And B. Devi, thank you very much. The water presses in on the eardrums harder and relentlessly. The corals in the distance radiate colour. Are they within reach? The crustaceans look like aliens. Sounds unheard before. The garden shimmers green and blue in wet light. Zombosis. It's spitting. We run over. We get a water bottle. Then we head over to military for some camouflage.
Were you ever on one of these yokes?
Carlos Science, thank you very much. Just need to get my bearings here, lad. So if I'm straight out this road here, will this bring me to military? I don't want to go to the airfield. I just want to go military. Let me just check my map. Actually heading the wrong way there. I need to turn around and go back out that road past where I was lying in the bush and just keep going that way. It's gonna be dangerous. We'll get killed. We'll get killed. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Bush Schlam, thank you very much. You gotta have faith in the grass-fed beef. The crisp of the twig underfoot as we make good with our feet across open ground. Let's keep sketch. You're saying wrong way, T. You're saying wrong way. I think it's the right way. I follow that road. Over here. I just want to check this house out first. I know the road is out there which I follow, but I just want to stay in the forest. The rustle of the bush, you know.
Were you ever on one of these yokes?
The muscle of the hustle. Captain Sack, thank you very much. See, I don't want to follow the road. I want to try and stay in the tree line. Captain Sack, there's no looking back. We're on the way to military. Looking for a hat. Green camouflage suit. And a pair of sweet boots. Knife in the claw. And a gun in the paw. Sensual piece of pudding. I'd like to have a compass. The bales in the field. The grass that they yield. The moss on the rock. The tree of the top.
Thanks for the tip.
The monkey on the back. The seam of the sack. Jim Gavig's Zurich Fund. The auntie of the crack. I'm in a pickle, Connor. Have you any advice? The apartment has gone. I'm not Connor. I'm not Connor. I'm not Connor. Are you there, Connor?
How's it going, Tom? Yeah, look, we've got your stream on here in the steakhouse, and I have to say, it's really putting a springer. So where are you going? You've gone to the edge of the map. You should have listened to T. I think you were wrong in not listening to T. You need to go back, and you need to stop trying to be a lyricist and start getting your fucking navigation skills in order here. As for the man there who was asking me about the pension fund, look, I'll get back to you on the Never Never. I just need to finish off this filet mignon avec sauce bayonnaise tiramisu for afters, and I'll address your concerns forthwith. Thanks very much.
Concerns. Call the concierge. Did you turn around? I wonder... Yeah, I went out this way because I thought this was the way to the fucking... the whatchamacallit. Let me just lie down in a bush for a moment. And I'll get lost. I best just retrace and come back to where I was. Power lines. I fucking look at the power lines. Go back to that little house and follow the road. Okay. If you've just joined us, we've had to call off our stakeout because the paranoia stemming from wearing a bright red tracksuit has unfortunately caused too much of an alarm. And I'm going looking for green gear. Need to get myself a nice bag of green gear. Trousers, tops, skirts, the whole shebang. It'd be great to have my own outfit in the aim, like a black leather jacket and a pair of boot cuts and some dress shoes. It's vanilla. It's vanilla. Doze. Vanilla ice. Built for comfort. Ready for engagement. So you're telling me, T, to follow this little road in, is it? Or are you saying to go down that way? Follow this. Thanks very much, T. ever the weather with the best information regarding my status and situation, direction, the whole shebang. You never fail. The way of the T. T. Flynn.
What are you ever on one of these yokes?
Maria Steen. Thank you very much. Who says, thanks, Connor, for the donation. Sorry I didn't become prez. It's the first I've heard about that. Joel, it popped into my mind there yesterday. There's houses and deer stands and whatnot in this. You could just have a session where you get a nice rifle. A silencer would be great as well. And you just sit in a deer stand or a barn house, you know, up the steps, looking out, and just hunt from there. Feed yourself. Very relaxed situation. There's one over there, look. Now, it's particularly dodgy around when you're wearing that red trackie the way I am. And you're on the roads. A nice bit of pasta made for you. And flame bag and 9mm Jill backing you up as well. Cheers, lads. Is that military over there, T? Where that tower is? Is that where we're headed?
Thanks for the tip.
Thank you very much, the Rushdie bullet hole bandit. Straight past it. Pip. The thrill of the chase. The cream of the crop. The glisten of the glass and the dome on the top. The pump of the sump and the tip of the tongue. The cheek of the arse. The boys on the run. The ambush in the ditch. The fright of the guard. The run through the field. You doing a bit of looting, yeah. The snarl of the lion. The blue of the balls. The cloud in the sky. I'd say nothing at all. 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 Let's just stay inside the foliage here because it's a rough ride if you're on that path when on the red trackie. It's a nice tractor. I wouldn't have had any loot in it. And big shout out to Ray Foliage who did the foley work on that bush. He went out to the Caucasus region to record bush for 40 days and 40 nights. Just a bottle of water and a hope and a prayer and a spring and a step and a microphone. Shotgun mic. Had a Dougal on it. A hairy molly. I wonder, should I head for the tower there, T, or should I just keep going this direction? Sorry there, T, to be pestering you there with the questions. Straight for tower, but man yourself. Best to get into the trees up here first. I wonder, were the shots that I heard there when we were staking out the water pump, maybe they came from the military setup? I'm slightly concerned about the water scenario. I've only pumpkin. I've only got pumpkin. That should do me. Hopefully I'll have enough water and there'll be a bit of liquidity in the fish, in the mackerel. But the after salt will get to me then, you know. You can find apples and other fruit under certain trees. I think you can, yeah, but I think there's more of that in Chernarus than there is in Livonia. Because I haven't come across many apples here at all. Bag of cans, thank you very much there for the tip. You're saying eating carnations, the fat donkey on the side of the road eating red carnations by the dozen. It's a sunny day and his ears prick up. There's a massey starting up the yard. Over on the hill, the turf are drying out. The wet moss still has the tractor track. And there's no looking back. What we got there, look. Got bandages in it. Look at this, someone's storage, look. Nothing really that we need there. The theft of the car. Max out my match. Your rifle can use them. My rifle can use what there, G-Man? .762 by .399. I don't think that's a different caliber. Empty the mag. Ah, good man. Good man. The clip in the car. Take the round out. Bullets in the pocket. What's the aim of the game? What do you do with the stock? David, you find a load of it, you hide behind a rock. You put it in your backpack, you go looking for more. Try not to die. You wait by the door. The pump action out, ready to shoot. Guys coming after you looking for your loot. just the red tracksuit is a real giveaway. So that's the aim of the game right now, is to find some good camouflage gear. But the risk we're taking is that it's a high pressure environment, which is very, very, very conducive to player activity. They want the stuff. I want the stuff. We all want the stuff, the good stuff. And it's not other players you have to worry about. I have to worry about my dwindling, my thirst and my hunger and my temperature.
What are you ever on one of
So
these
if it starts raining and it's night time, you need to be indoors. You need to put a fire down. You need to have dry clothes. Otherwise, you start getting a chill. And then if you get too cold, I don't have any medicine on me, look. So then I could end up getting... Your immune system is weakened. You can end up getting bacterial infections or poison. You get a cold or sniffles, start sneezing. You're weaker. I can hear a fox, but I have no silencer on my gun, so I wouldn't go hunting. But I've been there before. Now we're at this big tower. Oh, I was here before I climbed it. Let's have a little look in the shed first. It's actually down there. Military is down this way then.
Thanks for the tip.
Thank you very much. Their horses under starlight and Johnny Kimchi. Pump out the sauerkraut. Tasty for you and for me. What's the plan, Tom? Senor, just to head to the military and try and get some green gear because I got too paranoid trying to become the water pump killer. Wearing a red tracksuit, it's not going to work out for me. So I need better gear. All my stuff is good. I don't need to sew it up. So military is down here, if I'm not mistaken. I found a car in the woods and I left it too, but it wasn't a goer, was it? I thought it was just, it looked fucked. I could have been wrong. I haven't commandeered a car or operated one yet, but it had plenty of storage in it, and I've got a nice lock of rifle rounds, and it feels like a perfect setup for the snipage, you know. To your left, Tom. So down here. Or down there. The car wasn't running and the engine wasn't running, you know. Oh, there it is, down there. Oh, I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb here. And I don't have a pistol, a silenced pistol, to be able to pop off the zombies, because remember the last week I came down here looking for loot. I got some stuff, but it was crawling. The place was crawling with them. Gas! No! That sounded like it was right above the military base, but I can't see any gas yet. Call of the fox out there, it's ominous. Burlap sap. Someone said you could make a backpack with that. I don't know how to though. You probably need duct tape for it. Burlap sack, rope, and 3 sticks. I mean, every close of the door is a risk, is a gamble, you know. Not so much for the zombies, but another player will hear that going then. And although we heard the gas bomb, I can't see any gas when I look down towards the other shed. Down here. A nice bit of pasta made. Jesus Christ, I shit myself then. Ferrari, thank you very much. Is that gas? Doesn't look green. That could just be fog. Jesus. I was creeping and crawling, but he still managed to see me. I think it's the red tracksuit might be alert. They might be able to see me a bit easier, not just other players. Lovely bit of fish. Fishing and the chip and the chip and the fish. The fillet of the fish, it makes you sick.
Thanks for the tip.
Narubo-san, thanks for the tip. So much tips that it makes you sick. I think we do a loop around. We don't go straight down the road. We go loopy Tuesday. Watch out for zombies in the woods, though. A nice bit of pasta made for you. Roisin, thank you very, very much. Did Francis tell you I told him to try out DayZ a few months ago, Tommy? Love a bit of Survivin myself. Godspeed. Yeah, I think, but he'd also, he played it as well about 5 or 6 years ago, but just dropped it. Because he realised, he thought the same way I was thinking, whereby there's not much going on, you know? It's just me trying to go through forests, find food and gear. But now I have a little bit of a motivation, which is to become the water pump killer. Not that not that that is me, you know, I'm not that way inclined. But I've just become hardened and embittered by being done over and killed so many times. There's only so much of that the man can take before he snaps. And right now, I'm a man snapped, possessed, like a twig underfoot. Thank you very much, Big Red. There's not much in here, look, it's been looted. Is there a way to win this game? There isn't really. I was speculating, postulating and whatnot. That winning really is just staying alive. There's no end goal, but if I manage to get on a run, a streak of looting at the water pump. Shh. Then, Adrian Brennan, thank you very much. If I can get on a streak, then I'll feel like I'm winning in some shape or format, you know. I was watching through the old streams. Did the nephew ever finish Shenmue 3? He did, yeah, but as I recall, it wasn't everything it was cracked up to be. It's usually the way with him, where he tries to expect too much from sequels. Shh. It could be lights out, lads. This could be it. Expect too much from sequels. Shh.
They're calling him
lights out,
the
lads.
water
This
pump
could be it.
killer. Let's take you right now to some footage we've just received of the suspect. And FBI Director Kash Patel has some words to say.
Our urban cities, from Los Angeles to Philadelphia,
Livonia,
and everywhere in between, are being plagued that are harming our civilization and that are hurting our children.
Stay with us from
So much fish that it makes you sick. So much fish that it makes you sick. Yeah, got that fish. And the chip. And the chip and the fish. Get the axe together. We'll carve our dish. We got the pumpkin and the axe. And we're preparing the pump. So much pump that it makes you sump. I need some space for his pistol. It's badly damaged, but it's got a silencer on it. I put one in his cabbage. Take the backpack. What am I on about? Take the backpack. And this is why, lads, yesterday I was saying, oh, please, you need to keep the communications box. How'd you take that? How'd you take it? Why is she not putting the fucking thing on? It's ruined. Okay, does it have any sewing kit? No. Take that bottle anyway. Oh, fuck.
Thanks for the tip.
Put that there. Where's the pistol? I'm awful. This is bad here. Let me just focus. Come on, come on, come on. Sorry there, lads, for the silence. I just need to think. Take his black clothes. He's wearing chainmail. It's too. That's like, fuck that. It's only gonna slow me down. I like being nimble and light, you know. Somebody could be waiting and watching me as I come out of here, so I need to be sketch.
Thanks for the tip.
Thank you very much. The Silent Hill Fox Lantern. Now I'm worried. Shall I continue into the base further, or shall I just leave and go back and try and do a water pump murder? The boots have space for the knife. Just goes to show you the buckshot is where it's at. Why is it not fucking putting the boots on? Put the boots on. Okay. And then you're saying that has space for the knife, but do I have a knife to put in there? Oh, I do. Lovely stuff. Get the magazines, but where am I carrying that, you know? Where am I going to carry that? Take off, will I switch the stab vest for the field vest? It's ruined, I can't. It's ruined. I reckon we get out of here. Okay, well there we go. That was that one. I'm willing to risk it for a biscuit and continue on. I mean, that shot that rang out didn't bring anyone towards us, you know. Why did he have nothing? Why didn't he have his magazine in the thing? Because it's badly damaged. FX45. Oh, it's a different mag. So we can empty the mag. Get rid of that mag and put one in the chamber. I'd want to fucking put those foxes to sleep. They're doing my head in. Is there one in the chamber? He didn't even have one in the chamber. What was he doing? What was he at? He had the shotgun out, though. He had other magazines on them, but there was one for the Mark II pistol. Would they fit? I could throw some shit away and get that other magazine off him. But I'm going to be leaving myself with... I've got nothing to carry any other shit I come across, you know? I reckon we just keep going here because it's too tense. The news report was ominous as well. Even the FBI are onto me. Is this gas or is it fucking fog? What do you think, lads? It's gas. So that's gonna poison me, yeah? Fuck. Oh, it's green. It's green. Need to get out of that. I reckon we just... What's the nearest town? We can get to a water pump and try and ply the trade. You'd want to watch out because any other player will be cordoned off by that gas and brought up here as well, you know. Getting awful paranoid now. Fucking hell. I thought I shat my... That's the biggest fright of the night. And that was another one right there. Actually made me make a sound I don't usually make. I'm on edge. I could have fucking emptied the buckshot into his face. I would have felt bad then, because the deer is a beautiful creature. It doesn't deserve that. Closed casket funeral. Does not deserve it. This looks gaseous up here. A gunshot just over that direction. Probably the town. Back in the town where we came from. Let me just check the map there, lads. You're saying to head to Bielsa. Right. So I heard a shot there in Lukov. I think I've lost my bearings here. If I'm not mistaken, Lukov would be back that way, and Bielsa would be this way. think Bielsa's over there. Marcelo Bielsa. Marcelo Bielsa. Ooh. Congratulations on the NCT shot. Just the one, Killian, just the one. And I'm very easy to spot. So it's touch and go at the moment, touch and cloth. Anybody else who would have been in that perimeter of the gas would have moved out as well, so we'd be awful wary. No sign of Charlie the Monkey. But I haven't the Charlie the Monkey DLC installed. I'm not sure it's out yet. It might be a Halloween event. Let me just check the map here. We've come across a pond just near that airfield. Yep, that's correct. That should be correct. I think I'm on the right track for Bielwa or Bielsa. I think. There's a little field next to it that's cleared, and that's where we is. Yep. We're on the right way. Just gotta watch out though. Be cute, stay in the threes. Well, I tell you, it wasn't a bad situation. We got a couple of items anyway. And I'd be almost tempted to go back and have a look, see if there are any other sheds that are not shrouded by gas. But you never know, getting to Bielsa with the ammunition. We found a bit more rifle ammunition in a car there on the way to the army barracks. So that can be utilised, hopefully. We might find a player in Bielsa and take his stuff. You never know. We were right to move. We were right to move. After 20 minutes of waiting at the water pump in Lukov, we were right to move. The end of yesterday's stream was tragic. Look, it was what it was. I crouched. I'm still not used to the combat. And a rifled slug that hit a man's arm. I didn't manage to land the shot in the middle of the body. But now I'm riding shotgun with Buckshot and pals. Buckshot and co. And they're standing me in good stead at close range. There's nothing you can do about it. Do you know? There's no recourse. And I made sure to stand up when your man was coming into the shed. I made sure I was stood up. We need to watch out for wolves. I think there are a few wolves around here. Or the possibility of. The biggest fright of the night was the deer. Squish, thank you very much. Would you describe hunting for Charlie the Capuchin zombified remains as a rural pursuit? Look, I don't like to go down that road, that thought experiment of the zombification of the monkey. I'd rather just find him, you know, alive and well. But I had forgotten about him until I was watching the attritional Metal Gear Solid 4 stream that the nephew was doing. And Drebin's pet monkey reminded me of him, you know. Brought a tear to the eye. You know, he's gone, but he lives on in our hearts. As Stu says there. Tom, why don't you let the previous streams be listed on the channel? They are. You go into playlists and they're all there. And I don't have any control over it. That's to do with communication strategy and channel admin, which I have no control over. I'm afraid I can only stream. It's not great for me to have to leave the realm. When I'm in the zone of streaming, to have to do any sort of admin or anything like that, it's antithetical to the sweet dream. Do you know? It takes me out of the zone and decreases the chance and likelihood of any other streams happening, to be honest. So I can't really say any more than that. And I want to watch myself, because you could get yourself in the High Court for talking about that. But I will say one thing, I never accepted streams for a political favour insofar as streaming was concerned. Now,
they're motivators. It's a well-paid job. She's a class act. I want to tell you something.
I want to tell you something. I love the cadence and the rhythm, the rhythmic speaking. That's how he did it, you know.
A nice bit of pasta made for you.
It's the cadence. It's the fucking lyricism.
I want to tell you something.
I want to tell you something. And you could see the audience smiling, even just as he says that, you know, because that's a fucking entertainer. That's a presenter. That's a wordsmith. That's an orator. It's a challenger. It's a force to be reckoned with. It's a roll. It's a roll into it. It's a time signature.
I want to tell you something.
And you know, when someone says something like that, to that effect, with that cadence and that roll, you're gonna fucking listen to what they're saying. The spirit of the stage was within his soul. No matter what you say about it. You know, that's I'd say communications and being able to have the gift of the gab. Thing like that, that's like more than half or 2/3 of the battle for the politicians, I'd say. Or it was at one stage. I think BL was out here now. I'm feeling very fucking dodgy with the, I have a red tracksuit on, so I'm just going to stick to the tree line. It's a bit of a boring schlep. I wonder, can you take this road here? Will this bring you to where we want to go? And let me just check the map in here. Mapistan. Now. So I went around that pond. I went around there.
A nice bit of pasta.
Thank you very much there, Lewis and Scrotel and Squish. You're saying go south, T, but I have no compass. I roughly think there, T, that Bielsa is over there. Would I be right in saying that? But I'm not going to go across the open ground here. I'm going to just stick to the trees. Yes. Okay, good stuff. Yes.
Yes.
You love the power.
The only thing that's different is the price of the food.
And that's the lyricism again. When did you hear a sentence being rattled off that fast? It's like a fucking machine gun. That's his speaking with a little Mac 10.
The only thing that's different is the price of the food.
Now, hopefully we don't get blasted by a couple of fucking boom blappers on the way to Bielsa. You just emerge from outside the canopy here and we get a look and see if we can see the town. I think it's down there, lads. I think it's down there. Maybe that's it there. I can see something. Just want to be cute. We want to be cute. We've been very lucky with the weather on this little excursion anyway.
A nice bit of pesto.
Thank you very much there, Gathering Spuds. We get to Bielsa and it'll be time to go then because I'll check the server, but there's usually a drop-off around 11. Everyone starts leaving then. And that was my problem the last nights when it would get frustrating. Towards the end of the night, I'd be looking for a server. And everyone stops playing. It's not like the big games where there's people playing them the whole time, you know. The weep of the sheep. I wonder, is that tower Bielsa? It's like a little golf ball water tower situation. Oh, look, there we are. Got a rabbit. I see it. I see the fox. Hopefully we don't scare him. I'm hoping one round of 45 into the cabbage will take him down. Higgins Meats. Delicious fox steaks.
Thanks for the tip.
$2.99. No space for them in the inventory. Fucked. Thank you very much there, Marcelo Bielsa for Sam. Right, how are we gonna do the business here? I'm okay to eat with these gloves on, right? I've just skinned and quartered the fox, but I'm okay to eat the fish that I have. Yeah. It's the fish that you eat at the end of the day that's the most important, you know? That hockey mask. Friday the 13th. The water pump killer re-energizes in the fields. she's not well. I wonder, should I get rid of some stuff? Canned pig meat. Hockeying the pig meat into me at pace in a field to re-energize before heading into the town of Bielsa. The suspect was last seen wearing a red tracksuit, eating a can of pig meat. I'll have to rechamber around into the fox gun. Now, what's that done for us? It's given us a couple of steak slots. Don't know what to get rid of there. It's a shame I couldn't pick up your man's assault vest at the time. Put that there. And that there. To get rid of the axe or not? Could get rid of some ammunition. Need that. Need that. The rifle, I'm not too keen on them, but I mean, it's a gun that I have. I could get rid of the 9mm. Could get rid of the 9mm. 9mm Jill. You can't put anything in the vest because it's a stab vest. It's not a tactical vest, and I sense with the clouds coming in here, it's going to start pissing down very soonly. So we'd want to make haste. Out in the open here, I don't like it. Great to have a water bottle. So it was a good venture in terms of pick-upables. We got ourselves a 45 and with a silencer attached. Just need to find a clip for it. And you do find plenty of 45 ammunition around these towns. We found more rifle bullets. More shotgun slugs, maybe one or two of them off the dead body. And we've got a bit of meat. We've our hunting done. We've our hunting done. That's not having to hunt for any chickens or food. Do you know, once we get into the town.
The only thing that's different is the price of the food.
Heather Humphreys, thank you very much for the tip. It's going to start pissing. Come on. Get under those trees. A nice bit of pasta, mate. Because we have no multivitamins. I don't want to catch a chill. I don't want to catch a cold. And Glyn, thank you very much. Keep the eye out for any spare sausage. Lurking in the midst. Enemy at the gates. Check the server here on my screen in. It's still full. It's still full. So it's a dangerous operation heading back into Bielsa. But we'll take it. We'll take it. We've got no other option. Fill up a water bottle. And I'm actually beginning to feel like staying in one location and hunting people at the water spout might not be the safest approach. Do you know? Get off the main road, go through the lane. It's going to start hammering down, look. Hopefully we get to a shed or a house before it starts hammering down. Oh god, I just feel paranoid getting into towns.
Were you ever on one of these yokes?
Lead me to Bielsa, thank you very much. Spitting. And I can't afford really to be hanging around with the red tracksuit on. And the zombies crawling around the place, and they can see the red tracksuit very easily. And that's one of those unpredictable, fast-moving zombies. Fuck it, we'll go around. The Red Lobster, they call me. Is that a player? It's a zombie. Fucking hell. He had something on he had like an Apple Vision Pro on him. El Baron Rojo. I don't know what it was that he had on him, but he had something on his eyes. Maybe it was a welding mask or something. Fucking hell. Unpredictable. Better pants, huh? Better than red. Better red than never. I was trying to put them on the jacket. But they carry less stuffs. But I'll eat that mackerel. No room for the axe then. But I'm willing to sacrifice. Shh, shh, shh. I think it was the zombie that was moving outside. I don't like being in here because they can just come around and blast you from outside. I don't like being prone either. For it to be just mobile and able. Right, Spud. Right, I'm just thinking, will I cook up the fox here before heading to get some water? Guns are on the hotkey. Put the axe on the hotkey as well. Just this zombie, she's unpredictable and I don't know where she is. Nothing green in the house, anyway. Bark. Just bark and a few more sticks. And then into town to find the water pump, get a bit of water, and hopefully get someone we can take control of. Fuck. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit scared now, to be honest, having heard that. I'm questioning whether or not we should cook up the fox. That was a rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. And it was close. And this fucking zombie's gonna see me as well. What you reckon, lads? Should we leave? Or shall I cook? Or leave it? We'll take the risk. We'll take the risk.
What do you ever on one of these yokes?
Thank you very much, Charles High. Bark, 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 bark. I could cut the pants up for Rag. Right. You can't peel the spud. Hang on a moment. Oh fuck, I nearly, oh yeah. I was wondering where my lighter was. And with another steak there as well. There. Come on, light the fucking thing. Axe is ruined. We needed the space anyway. Do you know? Fire is going to draw attention, I understand. We just need to be very cute here. I also want to stay by the fire so my damp clothes... Oh, they're okay. get dry. They're actually okay. I hope I have enough room for the steaks.
What are you ever on one of these yokes?
A twist of the nips. Thank you very much. You'd love to be able to pull the curtains, even just over a couple of them, you know. If I get rushed, it's probably not a good idea to be lying down, but I'm just trying to make it harder for someone walking by the window to see me, but then, sure, they see the fire, so it doesn't really matter. Maybe just cook one more and then run. Gotta be careful when we leave. There could be someone lying in wait, waiting for me to exit the gaff. Let's cook one more. That's dried. Maybe that's edible if it's dried. Maybe that's edible. Am I okay to put these steaks in my pocket, even though they're hot? Will it burn me? Yes. The baked potato is pushing it. Right, we go. We just leave a spud for whoever gets here. Burning. We have to be careful. I'm thinking of heading into the woods. But it'll start lashing down again, and I need some water. So I'll try and find another way into town. Got one spot in my pocket, and the other pockets are full of fuck steak. A nice bit of pasta made for you. DJ Chalky Peanuts, thank you very much. And the twist of the ninja, thank you very much. I missed you there when I was cooking fox. Tommy Spud. The spud that got away. Gotta watch out for fucking Vision Pro, he's around here somewhere. Be nice to find a little cabin in the woods. while when the rain hits. I just need to nip to the jacks. I'll be 1 second.
Thanks for the tip.
Sorry about this. Hopefully, Paul Mishkel, thank you very much. Hopefully it doesn't. We don't get done.
They're motivators.
Thanks for the tip. Thanks for the tip.
Were you ever on one of these yokes?
Still alive. We're still vibing, as they say. Thank you very much, KJD, for the tip. Very, very kind of you. And Carlos Science and DJ Chalky Peanuts. Has it started raining yet? I just thought to myself then, maybe it would be best to have waited. What the fuck? Maybe it would have been best to have waited to that house and then kill someone who's going to the house. A nice bit of pasta made for you. Thank you very much. There, steak out 2 baked spuds. It's raining, but it doesn't look like it's raining on me. There was the sound of automatic weapons burst nearby or probably in the town again. Gonna get wet now. I wonder if I just stay under a tree, will it be okay? Or will I get wet? Getting damp. What's the consensus, lads? I need to get water, so Bielsa, is it? Back into town. What? That's it. That's the thing, you see. When it knocks the server off, not many people rejoin back up. So we'll keep it there. It'll save the position, and we'll live to fight another day. But I want to say I want to tell you something.
I want to tell you something.
Thank you very much for joining me on tonight's Survival. And we'll keep it moving. We'll keep this character going for the next one. And all the best, and enjoy yourself. And all the best. And Spud Arrow, thank you very much. And we'll talk to you later on. Egypt.
He's out of sorts. He's not well. Try it some.